Ayo, it's your boy J3MRI, and today we're going to be talking about a show that I've recently watched on Netflix called The Big Show Show. Now, before we dive in, I want to make it clear this is just my opinion, so you may think very differently what I'm thinking, but let's just get started. So, let's talk about the premise of The Big Show Show. At first glance, it might seem like an odd choice for a family sitcom. A retired wrestler adjusting to life at home with his family. But hey, stranger things have happened in the world of entertainment. I mean, it's not like this is the first time we've seen a big burly dude trying to navigate the world of family life. Remember Mr. Mom or Kindergarten Cop? Similar premise, different muscles. But let's give credit where credit is due. The show tries to put a unique spin on the concept by exploring the challenges of balancing family life with a career in professional wrestling. And let's be honest, watching a giant wrestler trying to make dinner for his family is pretty hilarious. Sure, some people might think the premise is a bit far-fetched, but hey, we watch TV to escape reality, right? And what's more escapist than a 7-foot-tall wrestler trying to fit into a suburban family? So, while the premise of The Big Show Show may not be for everyone, if you're in the mood for some silly, over-the-top family fun, it might just be worth a watch. Just don't expect any Hulk Hogan-style leg drops. Now, let's talk about the jokes on The Big Show Show. Spoiler alert, they are not great. I mean, if you're looking for witty one-liners or clever pop culture references, you're better off watching something else. The jokes on this show are as funny as a root canal. The writers seem to think that just having the characters say something goofy or absurd is enough to elicit a laugh. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work most of the time. The show relies heavily on physical comedy, with Big Show tripping over furniture or getting tangled up in the laundry, and even accidentally ripping off doors a lot of the time. And while physical comedy can be hilarious when done right on this show, it just feels lazy. And let's not forget about the dad jokes. You know those puns and groaners that make you want to crawl under a rock and hide? Yeah, they're all over this show. But to be fair, some of the jokes do land. I mean, I chuckled a few times, but those moments are few and far between. Overall, the jokes on The Big Show Show are about as funny as a clown funeral. But hey, maybe it's just not my sense of humor. If you're a fan of cheesy jokes and bad puns, you might get a kick out of it. Now, let's talk about the acting on The Big Show Show. Now I'm not saying that the actors aren't talented, but the performances in this show are about as convincing as a professional wrestler's painful submission hold. Big Show has a hard time transitioning from the wrestling ring to the small screen. His delivery is often stiff and his facial expressions are as wooden as the furniture in my grandma's house. The rest of the cast doesn't fare much better. The children's performances are so over the top that it feels like they're auditioning for a school play, and the supporting characters, well, let's just say their performances are forgettable at best. But to be fair, the actors aren't entirely to blame for the show's shortcomings. The writing doesn't give them much to work with. The jokes fall flat, the dialogue is stilted, and the character arcs are predictable. In fact, the only time the acting seems to improve is when the show leans into its wrestling roots and has Big Show deliver a few well-timed body slams. Maybe they should just stick to that. Overall, the acting on The Big Show Show is as convincing as a professional wrestler pretending to be hurt. But hey, at least it's entertaining in its own ridiculous way. So, what's the final verdict on The Big Show Show? Well, it's not a total train wreck, but it's definitely not a knockout either. The show has its moments of cheesy family fun, but those moments are few and far between. And while the premise has potential, the execution falls flat. The acting is as convincing as a professional wrestler faking an injury, and the writing is as funny as a root canal. But hey, maybe that's just me. If you're looking for a lighthearted, mindless family sitcom, you might find some enjoyment in The Big Show Show. But if you're looking for something with depth, wit, or actual laughs, you'll want to look somewhere else. Overall, The Big Show Show is a decent option, but Overall, The Big Show is a decent option if you're in the mood for some mindless, easy to digest entertainment. Just don't expect to be blown away, and hey, if you do find yourself enjoying it, just remember, different strokes for different folks, or as Big Show himself might say, it's not the size of the show that matters, it's how you use it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.